right, guys, welcome back to another Minute Against Nonsense. It's a movement, not entertainment. Take a no nonsense policy for your life, please, guys, for your own sake. Hey, um, I saw the headline on this video, and it just disturbed me. So I want to check it out with you guys. I did briefly read through the article from the news sources out of Fox 5, Washington D.C. So I did briefly read through it, but I did not watch the footage. So we're gonna watch the footage together. We're gonna read the article, and we're going to think about this in no nonsense terms, right? So let's get rid of this logo and get into this.
And it was so many shots. Oh my God.
Wow.
And we start with that Fox 5 exclusive. Last night, someone shot into an elderly couple's home in Hyattsville. Our Katie Barlow live outside that home with the details of the terrifying story. And we just saw some of that video, Katie. What happened?
Well, it was just after 8 o'clock last night. It's a time when a lot of folks are sitting down to dinner. Coley Jackson, 83 years old, was walking to a different room to grab a pencil. His wife, Emma, was in bed, and his 8-year-old grandson was inside the house. That's when he heard the shots ring out and bullets struck inside his home. All of those terrifying seconds caught on camera, and in the footage you're about to see, it looks like the shooter was standing right here on the grass behind me, aiming into this cream and brown house across the cul-de-sac here. Take a look. This is footage.
Let me say this now. Just looking at the layout of the neighborhood, it's that looks like a trap. Let me back up here. I put my personal feeling on neighborhoods designed like this is one way in and one way out. I mean, it's not a good idea. Just my opinion, okay? And if you live in a neighborhood designed like this, don't be offended by me saying that. Just understand that I'm only saying this for your best interest. If there's only one way in and one way out, right, in this circle, and you have a problem or emergency situation, and you have to evacuate, I mean, you're in bad way. You're in a bad place, And so I'm not saying that to be rude or offensive, but just want you to think about, long-term ramifications, emergency. As a man against nonsense, you have to really plan ahead. You can't just be whimsical like a young boy who, is still under the protection of his dad. You have to be the protector of your household, your family, what have you. Even when I had roommates, I was the one in the house with the shotgun. I purchased a shotgun, because somebody has to defend this property, and it was going to be me. That's just my position. So, just think about where you're living. Geography is very important. I mean, when we think about warfare, the landscape in which the war is fought on is critical, and where you position yourself to either mount an attack or defense is absolutely critical. Let's keep going now.
This cream and brown house across the cul-de-sac here. Take a look. This is footage you'll only see here on Fox 5. Police recovered at least 2 bullet casings inside the home. One bullet entered through the upstairs bedroom, crossed the hallway, and...
I mean, personally, it doesn't look like that whoever that individual was intending to actually kill. It just looked like random firing. It's just weird, but let's keep going.
Struck the Jacksons' bedroom door. Another hit in the kitchen. The Jacksons have lived in the home since it was built in 1983. Coley Jackson says he's never seen anything like this in his neighborhood in over 39 years.
She was all shook up last night. It shook me up. When you see where a bullet hole go through your daggone door frame, and you just walk that through. It's nerve-wracking. It is really nerve-wracking.
But this is one here. And in there.
The Jacksons' daughter, Eva Austin, lives with her parents and her 8-year-old son. She had just gone to work when she saw an alert on the Ring camera app and police entering her home. She called her mom to see what happened, and that's when she learned how close the bullet came to hitting her son.
This is one here. Came in there, hit there, and still came across. And this is where my son sits constantly, eat breakfast or dinner, and it went in here. Police came and removed the bullet.
Austin emphasized when we talked with her earlier.
The little boy wasn't there, and that it was wasn't dinner time, right? So that's a blessing. Let's go to the article. Let's see if we can glean something else here. Let's see if we can glean a little bit here. Multiple shots were fired at an elderly couple's home in Prince George's County on Monday night. And this is, when we're talking about Monday night, we're talking about December 20th. Okay, December 20th. That's highlighted. Let's keep going. And it was captured on the neighbor's Ring doorbell camera. The daughter of the elderly couple, two 83-year-old residents living in, we don't need to say that address. She says shots were fired. This is the daughter. Fired into their home between 8 and 9 p.m. on Monday night. She also says one bullet entered above the entryway and another through the bedroom window. We already watched that footage, so we don't need to do that. Prince George's County Police say officers responded to the home at 8:25 p.m. and the home was vandalized by gunfire. They are investigating and have recovered the shell casings. A neighbor's Ring doorbell camera captured the shooting. The daughter says whoever fired the shots had the wrong house. Maybe. So let me take the time to make some comments there further. So let's just assume that they had the wrong house. Okay, if they had the wrong house, I'm not asking you to be nosy and enter your neighbor's business. However, you should be paying attention to the activities your neighbors are involved in. I'm not asking you to report anybody to the police, but I'm asking you to pay attention because these kind of things do happen, especially when you live close to other people. Your house can be targeted accidentally, okay? Because someone may have thought they observed someone going into your residence. For this cause, I think it's important to kind of have a good idea of what kind of activity your neighbors are into so that you can protect your own residents, okay? I'm not asking you to get involved in their activities. I'm asking you to be aware, okay? What some people will call situational awareness. Be aware of what's going on in your neighborhood so that you can protect your own house. That's critical as a man against nonsense. In my neighborhood, I'm paying attention. I'm paying attention to the coming and goings, the new people I've never seen before. I mean, that's just being wise. That's not being, in my opinion, that's not being nosy. That's being wise. Things happen. We live in a world where people show up and do bad things to neighbors, right? It is what it is, and that thing could spill over into your residence, and you need to be prepared to deal with that. Prepared. Okay? So that, I'm not going to say anything more than that. I don't want any strikes, but yeah, be prepared. So she says, starting off here, she says nothing like this has happened before, and her parents lived in the neighborhood for 39 years. And again, if that's true, I think that's the limit of that article. So if that's true, again, just be aware of what's going on in your neighborhood and the type of activities and whether those things have a possibility of spilling over into your living space. Now, let's theorize on the other end. What if they weren't mistaken and that was the right house and the issue was actually with the daughter? I mean, from the video clip, the shooter looked like a male. Okay, maybe I'm mistaken, but the shooter, is that a male? Maybe let's look at that one more time. Let's see what we got here. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Well, it doesn't look like it's gonna load here. I don't. I'm trying to. Nope. Don't look like it's gonna load. I mean, okay. Can we enlarge that? Let's enlarge that. That looks like a male, right? Or at least the form and shape. And that individual was staking out the house. So were they? So yeah, hmm. So anyway, like I said, from what I can see, the individual looks, you know, like in the form of a male. So it's possible that the individual who shot up the home was targeting her specifically. And this is the thing about living with other people. If you don't know what they're involved in, that also can spill over into your life. Now, this is not the case where we're talking about roommates, but hypothetically, if they were roommates, like this could be a tragedy, because if you're not aware of the activities that your roommate is engaged and involved in, and that comes to your front door, and not only are you not prepared to deal with the situation, but you get harmed in the process for something that you didn't know anything about. So all in all, just to keep this short and sweet, it's a little longer than I expected, but be aware of what's going on in your neighborhood, man. Okay, be aware of the activities that are going on in your neighborhood. I'm not saying be a what we would call in urban settings a snitch. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is be aware, okay, for your own protection and your family's protection. Two, be aware of the activities individuals who live in your house are engaged in, because that trouble could come to your front door. And then if you are aware and the individual is engaged in activities that could bring this kind of trouble to your house, now you have a choice. I'm moving or you gotta move. Those are the choices. Anyway, guys, if you like this content, subscribe, share, press that like button. Support links are in the description below. You guys have a good one.